Violent and sexual attacks against women and girls are still not being treated as a proper national priority. That's according to a major inquiry which warns that prevention must start with safer streets. It comes as the Home Office begins a crackdown on street crime in England and Wales in the run-up to Christmas.
Well, Bridgerton actress Genevieve Chenneour knows all too well what this feels like because she's experienced 2 shocking attacks. She says she's now too frightened to walk around London. Left upset by the most recent incident last month, Genevieve reached out to her social media following to warn others of the dangers.
Guys, literally 5 minutes before my audition, I was walking around the corner in Oxford Circus, and this guy just looks at me and, like, targets me and hits me, and, like, I'm, like, against the wall. And I'm trying to, like, gather myself, but I'm so shaken because obviously I had that phone attack happen to me, and it's, like, so nerve-wracking for me being out in central London now.
Genevieve joins us now. Good morning to you.
Hello.
This was just last month this happened, in November.
Yeah, this was 2 weeks ago.
Wow. And the trouble is, this happened just a few months after you'd previously been the victim of an attack.
Yeah.
So what happened back in November, just a couple of weeks ago?
So I was on my way to an audition and
Which part of London were you in?
I was in Oxford Circus.
Right, so you're right in the heart of London, where you'd imagine there's a pretty significant police presence.
Yeah, well lit, lots of members of the public around, but also very busy. I was literally 2 minutes from my audition, and yeah, this incident happened. It was just so shocking. I think that's why I was actually vlogging my day for my audience, because, you know, I like to share what it's like to be an actress, and that's why I videoed the thing, because it was part of my story, and I just thought, I actually need to share this because enough is enough. We can't live like this.
This guy walks towards you. You're minding your own business. This guy walks towards you very aggressively.
Yeah.
And hits you.
Yeah, it's actually a trend that's happening. So it's a way of making women feel powerless, out of control.
What do you mean it's a trend
So
that's happening?
it's a form of attack that men are doing in the streets where it's really hard to hold them accountable. So they hit you as hard as possible, but it looks like they're just barging into you, and they have their hands in their pockets. And so, yeah, it's not...
So you're hit with the elbow?
Full body, and then the elbow, and there was nowhere to move to. So it's a trend that's happening at the moment on the street.
I've never heard... I mean, obviously, I know about assaults. I didn't realise that this is sort of part of something that men are doing specifically.
Yeah, I think it's a misogynistic attack.
And what happened afterwards? Could you see his face?
No, he kept walking. I turned around, I screamed at him, I tried to get attention, I called him names. I looked if anybody had witnessed it. There was a woman next to me, but she didn't offer any kind of support or help. And then I called a friend who works in close protection, and I just got out of there, found somewhere to kind of sit, which was actually just on the floor near an alleyway, just to try and catch my breath. And then...
So shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, apart from the fact you're actually injured because you've had someone barge into you and hit you.
Back in February, it was a robbery, an attempt to steal your iPhone.
Yeah.
And in the end, you decided to fight back. I'm not sure that was wise, but you did. And you kept the phone. In this case, though, he wasn't trying to rob you.
No.
And he didn't recognise you?
No, I don't believe so. I think they were 2 different types of attack with 2 very different intentions, but still I believe that I was targeted because I was a woman, and I don't think that either of those people would be doing either of those things to a man.
No.
I feel it's so horrible listening to what happened to you. And I can, I mean, you must feel so vulnerable now. You shouldn't, because why on earth should you feel vulnerable? I mean, the criminals who do this are the ones who should feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because they should feel like if they do this, they're instantly going to be arrested, charged, prosecuted.
Well, that's why I think they're doing it, because the law is actually, it's not holding them accountable, and it's not giving women justice. So if somebody who has the desire to act out something like that, at the moment, if they have to weigh up whether it's worth it or not worth it, for them, they can get away with it and it's worth it because they're not being held accountable.
Now, in the attack that happened back in February, I'm so sorry you've experienced this, you were sitting in a cafe.
Yeah.
We've got pictures because this was caught on CCTV, which presumably means that this person, you know, that resulted in someone going to prison. So talk us through what's happening, because you did fight back.
Yeah, so I actually blacked out and I had no memory from this because basically when I was sat forward, I felt like a darkness almost come over me. So he was stood behind me and I just felt like something was wrong. So I looked to my left, realised my phone was gone. But at that point, I didn't have
There
time.
you are sitting there. There's when he attempts to grab.
Well, I turn around and then I'm face to face with him
And your phone falls on the floor and you pick it up there.
Yeah.
And then you decide to pile in.
Yeah, but then this went on for 5 to 10 minutes and it was a full-on fight where I was threatened with being stabbed. And I really thought that I would be stabbed.
Did the police come?
So the police came, but they both managed to run away. And Zacharias is in prison and I have not been given the name of the guy that threatened to stab me and I don't know any information about him.
So you don't know if he was arrested or charged?
He wasn't... he may have been arrested, but he wasn't charged and they refused to give me his name. So I don't feel like I can protect myself properly because of that.
I honestly feel at a loss for words because I can imagine after one attack, you think, OK, you know, someone was held accountable, right? And I'll go back out there.
Yeah, and I was just doing that. I was just getting my confidence back up to do that. And I was walking, you know, taking every precaution, covering myself. I wasn't holding an expensive bag on show. I didn't have jewellery on show.
You shouldn't have to explain yourself.
No.
You shouldn't. You should be free to do what women should be allowed to do, which is walking freely around where they live without fear of being assaulted, robbed, attacked.
Well, the thing is, what happened to me, though, is when I shared my story, I have had thousands of messages from women.
What would you say to the Met Police, Metropolitan Police, any police officer watching this morning?
Well, we need to be doing preventative policing instead of reactive policing. I think we're waiting for things to get worse and escalate before actual change happens, and there's a systemic issue. So I think police need to educate themselves on violence against women as much as possible. And I think there needs to be a real change in the system.
You must be welcoming the report from Lady Angelini on prevention, just focus on preventing this happening.
Yeah, I think that I was reading that last night, and I also think that there needs to be education in schools for boys as well about, because it's misogynistic, a lot of it.
My feeling is, I don't know how we educate boys who think it's OK to assault women. I mean, to me, it's just
very young, like very young. They've probably witnessed their fathers doing it.
And that might be part of the problem, yeah. The Met Police didn't respond directly to this latest assault, but did say officers are targeting prolific offenders in crime hotspots, particularly in the lead up to Christmas. My goodness, if they're already prolific offenders, it's a little bit too late.
Career criminals.
Yeah. Genevieve, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Really, and
Thank you.
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you able to go out now and feel safe?
My life has changed a lot and I've left London and I'm figuring it out. But I'm using my anger and emotion towards this to actually change things for all women, not just become I don't want to be a victim, you know.
No, quite right. You're not?
No.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.